Big Bang Theory Season 4 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you are caught up to the point where I am and rewatching or watching The Big Bang Theory, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be The Big Bang Theory Season 4 Episode 19. The title of this episode is called The Zarnecki Incursion. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode yesterday. Leonard arrives to the apartment hearing Sheldon being a little distraught. He comes in and sees Sheldon with a police officer, and Sheldon says they stole everything. Sheldon called 911 to report a robbery. Somebody apparently hacked his World of Warcraft account. He called the FBI and they hung up on him. Sheldon wants to be referred to a rogue ex-cop to help him out with this investigation. Penny comes over and says, I know that game meant a lot to you. And then Sheldon's like, meant a lot to me. So after that, Penny leaves and walks into Priya. Tension there, of course. And Penny's mad at that Priya took Leonard to the beach. That bitch. Priya's annoyed that Leonard is playing the game, trying to figure out who took Sheldon's, items in his account when they were supposed to do something together. Priya leaves and runs into Penny, Amy, and Bernadette. Declines going out to hang out with them. The next day at the university, good news, Howard Wolowitz has found the hacker. No one can hide from him. Not Waldo, not Carmen Sandiego, and not even topless Natalie Portman. That was a great line, by the way. Sheldon's never said these words before, but good job, Howard. It's Todd Zarnecki, and then they agree that they're going to go to this person's house and get Sheldon's stuff back. We find out that Howard's mom is actually a savant. Idiot savant when it comes to Wheel of Fortune. There can be just a couple letters that are revealed in the puzzle. Howard can tell her, scream those letters to her and tell her the category, and Mrs. Wolowitz guesses it every time. That's pretty impressive. Traffic jam on the way to Todd Zarnecki's place, and then when they arrive, Todd Zarnecki steals Sheldon's bat wing that he had brought with them. And because they really can't do anything about it, they just leave. Unfortunately, there were car problems on the way back, and Penny has to come and get them. And then Penny actually finds out that they didn't get Sheldon's stuff back, so Penny turns around and goes back to Todd Zarnecki's place and says, this is how they do things in Nebraska. And Zarnecki tells Penny he doesn't know what she's talking about. He denies taking anything from them. And Penny kicks him in between the legs, right in the balls, and he quickly gives everything back. Awesome job, Penny. And Sheldon celebrates like he did something when it was actually Penny. And then the next morning, Penny is entering the apartment building, and she holds the door open for Priya. They have to walk up the stairs together, all 3 flights, and when they finally get separated, when Priya goes to the apartment, Leonard and Sheldon's, and Penny goes to her own, Penny says, Amy's right. I do want to fling my poop at her, because earlier in the episode, I guess I didn't mention it, when Amy, Bernadette, and Penny were talking, Amy said something about throwing poop at a rival or something like that, and that's what ends the episode. So this had some funny moments in it, and I don't think it was like the moments that were funny stayed funny. They weren't overplayed in the episode, and that's what made me really like some moments in the episode. So I'm going to give this episode a 9.1 out of 10. And my character of the episode is going to have to be Howard Wolowitz, because Howard's the one that figured out who did it. And the line that he used, no one could hide from me. Not Waldo, not Carmen Sandiego, and not even topless Natalie Portman pics, or topless Natalie Portman, was pretty awesome. And then I always rate Penny in every episode of Big Bang Theory, because that's the reason why I watch this show. I saw her on screen when one of my old roommates were watching the show. I'm like, who the hell is that? And I was just like infatuated. So I rate how awesome she looks in every episode. Don't cancel me. I know some people would say that's male chauvinist pig sort of stuff, but that's why I watch the show, so I have to do that. So I'm going to give Penny an 8.7 out of 10 in this particular episode. So you've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Big Bang Theory or Young Sheldon, which I'm very behind on Young Sheldon, I watched the entire first season and the first episode of the second season and the finale, some parts of the finale of season 2, but that's all I have yet to watch of Young Sheldon. I own season 2 and 3. I just haven't got around to watching it. One of these days I will watch it and probably do the same thing for that as I'm doing for this. But if you are a fan and want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, make sure that you smash that like button. It does help out the channel, even for the few views that this video is going to get. Share the video with whomever you want, or put the video on any sort of social media platform that, of course, you would feel comfortable putting it on. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of The Big Bang Theory. What would you score the episode? I usually score it 0 to 10. Who would be your character of the episode? And if you want to rate Penny, since that's why I started watching the show, go ahead. Let me hear your score of Penny in this episode. And of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to this channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.